Mic Drop Sports. I'm Jason. Good to see you all here on a Thursday. Welcome back to Steel City Live. As always, make sure you're putting your comments, questions, and concerns in the chat and making sure you're hitting that like button. Again, welcome back to the show, everybody. I appreciate you all for stopping through. It's a Thursday. The rumors are running wild and things are just popping off as we continue to march through the off season here. Again, I appreciate you guys all so much for stopping by. So we're going to dive right into some Steelers talk and really try to decipher some of these things that are going on, some of these rumors, according to many. Maybe even the Bud Dupree thing is sparking back up. Then the Najee Harris that maybe told the Najee Harris news and said maybe, hey, we won out. Najee Harris doesn't want you to pick up the 50-year option. Is that rumor bullshit? There's so much going on, and we're going to sift through it all. Also, a former Pittsburgh Steeler, Allen Robinson, signs with the New York Giants. So that is going on. Just several things, man. Sugar Ray Robertson, go Steelers. Steeler Nation, how are you doing, man? Love this stuff. Thank you, Steeler Nation. Appreciate it. Welcome, guys. Appreciate you all. Definitely. So hopefully everybody's good. What's up, brother Lance? Yeah, we're going to start marching through the show here and getting going. Anything you guys want to talk about, make sure that you throw it in the chat there. What's up, TD? Steelers all the way. Amen. No doubt. Yeah, guys, hey, it's still exciting. And we're here. We're here in the off season, and shit is still exciting. It's kind of crazy to just watch how it all unfolds here. And hey, we have a good thing tomorrow. The start of rookie mini camp. That's a cool thing that's starting off tomorrow. So that's something that we can look forward to. Sorry, guys, I'm adjusting my lights a little bit. Just getting things going. I hate this Airbnb setup. It's making me crazy. I can't wait to get back to the memorabilia, the Steelers stuff all around. Get back to a studio setup. I do like that better. What's up, George? Thoughts on Wilson starting at quarterback? Yeah, we'll talk about that here in 1 second. Justin, what's up? Black and Gold, Big Dog. Jeremiah, what's up? Hey, guys. But what you said there, Steelers Nation, you asked, what's my thoughts? What's up, Chris? I'll get to yours too here in 1 second. Yeah, you asked about Russell Wilson. I think it's going to be quality, man. I definitely do. Danger Russ, back on the beat, man. You look at two guys. You look at a Sean Payton offense compared to a Russell Wilson, or what Russell Wilson will be running with an Arthur Smith offense. Maybe it's slightly different. You look at what Sean Payton and his elaborate offense is and what he needs a quarterback to do. Maybe that just doesn't suit Russ. You look at Sean Payton's offense and there's 700 plus play calls inside of that offense. It's kind of crazy, man. And it's just something that goes on inside of the NFL, these complex offenses. Maybe it didn't suit Russ, though. But I think Russ will fit right in with the style play that the Steelers want to use this season in 2024. I think Russ will be successful. I definitely do think that. Justin, what's up? Jeremiah, thank you. Shout out. Oh, there's Chris's. We should re-sign Marcus Golden instead of Bud Dupree. I think Marcus Golden played well last year, especially when he was inserted at times when he had to be in there to have more snaps, more responsibility. I thought that he did pretty well. I didn't think that it was a huge drop-off when you put him in there, an experienced, wily veteran. I think Bud Dupree has struggled a little bit here since he's left the Pittsburgh Steelers. I thought that he struggled there at the beginning of his tenure with the Pittsburgh Steelers and then was able to rebound and really become a real star with the Pittsburgh Steelers with TJ Watt. And then he moved to Tennessee. I felt like he fell off a little bit and hasn't been able to find that same success that he did at the end of his tenure with the Steelers. And hopefully, if the Steelers would bring him back, maybe he finds a little bit of that. Coming back to play with guys like Alex Highsmith, TJ Watt, Nick Herbig. Maybe that would be the case. But Bud has visited the Chargers, Steelers, and the Falcons still have interest. So, just like last year before he went to Atlanta, the rumors are swirling. And that's another thing I want to talk about. All these rumors, guys, you really have to sift through them. I give you the rumors. I talk about them. I throw them out there, but you have to use your own judgment on what is real, what's not. And it's hard to figure it all out. There are so many people out there that use a lot of things for clickbait, and you're going to get misled a lot. Some of these people are out there just doing it so you click on the video. They don't care if you watch it. They don't care if it's accurate. They don't care anything about that kind of stuff. They just want you to click on there and get a couple seconds of view, just get their shit hopped up to where they're flying through all these algorithms, and it boosts them, and they get money off of these views. So that's just the game we play. Sugar Ray, May 15th is when the schedule comes out. Yeah. Yeah. The schedule night, I know a lot of people get excited for that. Yeah. I'm excited, but, I don't get fired up about it. But a lot of people, they are waiting, baby. They are looking for it. It's a hyped up night, no doubt about it. What's up, Beer Moss? Next Wednesday, the schedule dates are released. We know the opponents, but Wednesday we'll know the times and dates. Yeah, no doubt. Got me. What's up? Oh, got me, Shug. Yeah, you guys posted at the same time. That's funny. Steeler Nation, I think after having Wilson and Fields, they should have went for Xavier Worthy. Yeah, they should have went for probably a lot of people, but it's just how this all unfolds and how the draft boards unfold and how the free agency unfolds. It's really hard to pinpoint guys, that would fit, and you'd say to yourself, man, they should have went after that person, but they may not even have had a shot. That's the type of thing you're dealing with the frenzy of the offseason and when people are trying to build their rosters. Some of these people would be lovely to have. Xavier Worthy would be awesome to have, no doubt about it. But name of the game, man. Beer Mall's looking forward to it. George Teston, you think Dupree would be better off playing inside linebacker? I don't know. You wonder to yourself about Bud and why he's had some of the difficulties and, maybe what has slowed him down. I don't think he's been a bad player, but I just don't think that he has reached a level of success that he had there at the end of his Steelers tenure. I'm not sure what is hampering Bud or why. Maybe the scheme. Maybe he would fit best as an inside linebacker in some situations, some schemes. Maybe he fits best at the outside backer role in the 3-4. I don't know exactly what the issue is, so I couldn't give you a definitive answer on whether I think he would succeed more at the inside linebacker spot or not. Bud is a wily veteran. He's been around the league now. He's been in many games. So, the learning curve for him is a little bit different as it would be for a newer guy, a rookie guy, or 1 or 2 year guy. Bud could, pick some things up and be able to probably contribute wherever they stick him right now. But, yeah, it's just one of those things you have to just really wait and see. How about also Phil Jurkovec from the Pitt Panthers, former quarterback for the Pitt Panthers, coming to Pittsburgh Steelers minicamp as a tight end. According to Noah Strackbine from All Steelers Talk, he was actually doing this a while ago, practicing at the Pitt practices at tight end. So I did hear that from him today on his show. So that's something interesting that he's been working at this. So it could be something that, could happen. Could really work. So we'll see. Probably won't make a team, but if you get stashed on a practice squad or something and continue to build and grow your craft, man, maybe you have some success. All right, guys, make sure you're hitting that like button for us here on Steel City Live, our daily live show. Make sure you're getting to be a member of Mic Drop Mafia. Our giveaway is tomorrow. Get your chance for $50 cold hard cash tomorrow, drawing live on the show. That's our way to thank you guys for being part of the Mic Drop Mafia. So make sure you do that as we continue to grow here on the channel. So make sure you're hitting that like button for me. Let's keep going with the chat. CL, Bud didn't have TJ Watt. Yeah, that makes a lot of people better, CL. He's the best defensive player in the entire NFL, in the entire world. Let's face the facts. We know this. We see him play every Sunday as fans. We see the Steelers and what TJ Watt is able to do, and it's nothing short of absolutely amazing. TJ Watt is a real stud, and he produces. And when you're not playing alongside a guy like that anymore, that does hurt you. And I think that did hurt Bud Dupree. And it helped him when he did play with TJ. I think it really helps Alex Highsmith out. I think Alex Highsmith would be a different player when he's not playing with TJ Watt. So I just think that would be for anybody. Beer Malls is Steelers Depot a reputable source of information, or is it rumor heavy? They have high Google presence. Not sure who runs that show. I am not sure who runs that show either. I thought I met somebody today on Twitter. I think his name was Jeff. So I'm not sure. But I think he is associated with that channel. And I asked him, hey, if you want to come on and talk football, come on. I invited a lot of people today. So, yeah, I'm just trying to get you guys some guests here in the off season. So we'll try. Maybe I'll get some people on or not. I asked several people, many. So we'll see what happens. It's hard for me to get people to come on, though, sometimes, get schedules aligned and things like that. So we'll work it out. We'll try to get some people on here, though, so you guys have some people to bounce some questions off of. But I don't really know about that one, Beer Malls. Steelers Nation, I like the pick with Patrick Wilson. Patrick Wilson. You mean Patrick, who are you talking about? Patrick Queen. Okay, I was drawing a blank. You're probably talking about Patrick Queen, great linebacker. Yeah, he's awesome, Steeler Nation. He's going to be a real stud. He's going to be a real help. And you look at this inside linebacker room, I think that it's definitely improved. And let's talk about that here and the rumor that has come out about Cole Holcomb's injury reported from Brooke Pryor, ESPN, talking about it's not just as simple as the ACL injury. There may be more going on there. And I think with the pick of Peyton Wilson, you saw that the Steelers aren't anticipating a return of Cole Holcomb, at least early in the season. I think that the Pittsburgh Steelers recognized that the deficiency that they had at inside linebacker, losing Quan Alexander last year to injury and then to free agency. Then you lose Cole Holcomb, a guy whom they've had signed for a longer-term deal, gets a devastating injury that he may not be completely ready to go by the start of camp or the start of the preseason, regular season, So I think the Steelers really recognize that, and I don't think they anticipate having Cole Holcomb on the roster, on the active roster, and I'm not sure if they project him to be even part of the 2024 team. I'm not sure if they really think that or not, but according to many, that the injury is a little heavier than what we thought. And, I don't think that what we thought. I thought it was a very gruesome injury, and I think a lot of us thought maybe that it could have ended his career. So fingers crossed for Cole Holcomb. I like the way he was playing. He was being the leader. He was the real number one linebacker before he went down on this Steelers team. And I'd love to have him back, at full strength. We'll see how that goes. But Cole Holcomb has dealt with injuries throughout his career. So we're going to see how that all unfolds. But it doesn't look good right now for Cole Holcomb to start this season and really be a part of this team. But I think Patrick Queen coming in really solidifies that inside linebacker room. And also the addition of Peyton Wilson, I really think he's going to be a stud, guys. And I've told you many times, the minute they picked him, I said to myself, there is the steal of the draft. I don't know why. Just watching him, I thought he was the best inside linebacker that was available. And that's just my opinion. His speed and his range and his ability to go sideline to sideline, his ability to help in the pass game, his ability to even pursue runners. I really like the way he's going to fit inside of this 3-4 scheme, especially playing with guys like TJ, Alex, Nick. I really, really like it. And I think it's going to be able to do some special things, having this inside linebacker room better. I think it's going to free up guys like Minkah Fitzpatrick, Casey, all those guys in the back end. I think it's going to help also having a second-year Joey Porter Jr. out there on an island, being able to shut down one of those edges. I think it's going to force a lot of defenses or a lot of offenses to really be mindful of where they're putting that football. And they're not going to disrespect this Steelers defense and run it down their throat this year, I think. I really think that they're going to be able to do a lot better, especially in the run game and I think in the middle of the field where they really got ate up last year. The middle of the field killed them. Teams dissected them in the underneath, middle of the field game, pass game, and it got bad at times. In the run game, it looked rough. Back to the chat. Jeremiah Yoder, I think with Russell Wilson on board this year, he wants to show why he's still got it to win the big games. Also looking forward to what Justin Fields has to bring to our team. Yeah, I definitely think Russell Wilson is here on a absolute mission. And people can knock Russ, they can dog Russ, what have you. I don't care. He had 26 touchdown passes last year. Not bad. Not bad at all. Not far behind the NFL MVP on offense. But you look at Russell Wilson and you look at what he's come here to do, and that is to play in a system that is tailor-made to suit his skill set. It is a system in which he has been able to thrive in the past, similar systems. And you look at this, you look at the backfield, you look at the tight end room, the wide receiver room, please don't get worried about it. I still think it's going to take shape. I still think that they are going to be able to make a move there. So don't get over concerned just yet with that. But I really like the way Russell Wilson is set up here. And I think with Arthur Smith and the run game, a revamped offensive line full of young studs, real dogs in the trenches, I think Russell Wilson could really, really shine. And I think he is here on a mission. And I think he is trying to cement his legacy and pave his way to Canton, Ohio. And what better place to come to than a storied franchise like the Pittsburgh Steelers, a place in which you can succeed, that has had success over many, many years and has produced champions. And I definitely think Russell Wilson had that in mind when he came to the city of Pittsburgh. George says, I think Alex Kozora runs Steeler Depot. I am not sure, George. I can do some research and try to find out. I am not sure. That's okay, Steelers Nation. Holcomb will be blessed to ever play again. Yeah, I hope he does, though, man. I hate to see devastating injuries like that. I don't want to see guys go out with injuries, man. And I know some fans will be ready to, the Steelers will be about to play somebody during the week, and you'll see an injury report come out, and they'll be like, hell yeah, that guy's out. Nah, dude, we ain't down for that. We want best on best. We don't want injuries. If a guy's going to get out of the game, we want him to get out of the game because he's just lost his step, not because of injuries. You know, Father Time beats everybody. Father Time's the only undefeated champion. So that's how we'd prefer people to go out, not injuries and shit. I definitely, though, really have high hopes for Cole, and hopefully it all does play out for him in a positive way. But you're right, CL. He would definitely be blessed to ever play again or play at the level that he was. Beer Mall's okay, GT, yeah, Alex, pretty reputable, been doing it. Yeah, if that's who runs it, yeah, he's pretty reputable. I wouldn't be shy about taking anything from him. Yeah, so I wouldn't be worried if that's who runs it. Put the bird on the camera? No. I hate that bird. Murphy Dog 92, building for the future, but this is it, guys. I hope they signed Howard, the corner. He still plays at a high level when healthy. Don't have the number one JPJ can be. I think they may need to sign somebody, but two guys, they're putting a lot of faith in a lot of young players, a lot of young players. And two, Cam Sutton supposedly has met with the Steelers yet again this week at some point. And he met with them the draft week, the week of the draft also. I'm not sure how his legal situation is going to play out. I'm not even going to attempt to speculate what will happen there. But it seems to me either the Steelers are just trying to help out a guy that's part of the Steelers family and support him through a difficult time and try to navigate the path out of this, or they are interested in bringing him back, or both. So I definitely think there's some sort of interest there. And if they're just bringing him in to support him, kudos to the Steelers, because honestly, guys, no matter what you do in your life, yeah, there's some things that are unforgivable, but you need support from people that are supposed to be your family, friends, you know. So, hey, maybe that's what they're doing. But Howard would be cool too, man. No doubt about it. Not arguing that pick or that pickup. CL, if Peyton Wilson can stay healthy, I think the Steelers finally found the replacement for Ryan Shazier. Guys, yeah, I think you're right, CL, but I got to say something about Peyton Wilson's injuries. The guy hasn't been injured in over 2 years. So I don't want you guys to be like ultra concerned about, the injury report and play into this national media bullshit. The Steelers do their due diligence. Believe that. Now, are they going to get every pick right and really nail down everybody that they pick up and really be accurate with everything they see or think about a player? No. But they are damn good at doing their due diligence and finding these guys later in the mid to late rounds. I really believe that. You look at so many examples throughout their time as a franchise. But I think Peyton Wilson has been overly dogged for his injuries. I don't think it's that bad. When you've played 2 full seasons at a very high college football level, a Division I level, like Peyton Wilson has with the South Carolina Gamecocks, and you've avoided injury and you've been able to be very productive, I think that that's a positive sign. Yes, he's missing an ACL, but you watched Hines Ward do it for many years without an ACL. So I'm not overly concerned about that. And I think the Pittsburgh Steelers medical staff is one of the best in the entire NFL. The city of Pittsburgh has amazing medical facilities, medical personnel, and it's some of the best in the entire country. So I'm very confident in what they saw and what they think about him. But you're right, CL. I think he definitely could be that type of guy. I definitely do. And I'm not Ryan Shazier was a real one, man. A real one. But I think Peyton Wilson can be also. Beer Malls, my favorite pickup is Arthur Smith. Been waiting for another good coach on this team. I really like it too, Beer Malls. Arthur Smith is going to prove to be very, very valuable for the Pittsburgh Steelers. You spent a lot of time as a franchise with Matt Canada, and it didn't work, and it wasn't working. And the stubbornness at times of Mike Tomlin really, really, really bothered me there. Because when you know something isn't working and you know that there is tension throughout the locker room, you hear Chris Boswell after a game, after a win, when people are supposed to be up high, ready to go, pumped up, and you hear him yell, "Yeah, it wasn't because of you," to to Matt Canada. You know there's tension. You know things aren't good. You know things aren't right. And if you're Mike Tomlin, you have to really be in tune to that. And you can't sit there and say, well, it'll get better. It'll get better. No, the writing was on the wall, and I'm really excited to see Arthur Smith. I think it was a valuable, valuable pickup. I know Arthur had his problems in Atlanta as the head coach, but I think he can overcome those issues here now that he is back to being a coordinator, back to where he had success, and I think he'll be able to refine himself and his offense this season in 2024 for your Pittsburgh Steelers. All right, make sure you're hitting that like button for us here on Steel City Live, only on Mike Drop Sports. I'm Jason. Thank you for being here with us on our daily live show. It's been awesome to have you all through. So make sure you're hitting that like button for us. Justin, what's up? Justin Meneke. Murph Dog 92 got a real OC, 2 serviceable quarterbacks. Defense is going to be elite. Our 2-headed running back duo is going to go off, and Calvin Austin takes his leap forward. Roman is going to be a dog. I hope so. I hope your comment is 1,000% accurate. No doubt about it. I really hope so. I even messaged Calvin Austin's Instagram today, trying to get him on the show because I really would like to hear what he has to say. But Calvin Austin, it's going to be tough, guys, and I don't want you guys to be overly hyped for Calvin. And I hate to say this because I think he's a really good dude from his interviews. I think he has a lot of ability, but I think it's going to be hard for him to find reps in an Arthur Smith offense, especially being a tier 3, tier 4 type wide receiver. I really hope and pray for his sake that he does take a leap, and hopefully he does come out and shock people and really earn those reps and really force the hand of the Steelers. I'd love to see that. I'd love to see that story. But I got to be a realist, and I think it's going to be hard for him to gather enough reps to really make a big splash in 2024. This being his second year on the field, his third year overall. that injury really derailed him, and we've yet to see that real speed on special teams. We've yet to see that breakout type speed. We saw it once in Las Vegas on the big ball. We saw it a little bit in preseason going with Mason Rudolph. So, yeah, it's there, but I think the Steelers have to see a hell of a lot more in order to rely on him in a big, big way. Beer Malls, last year we got a running back coach being the interim offensive coordinator. Yeah, you had Eddie Faulkner and Mike Sullivan. So, yeah, it's definitely going to be better. Mark Malone, I think Warren is going to help him out. Who are you talking about, Najee or Arthur? I think the running back duo is really going to pay big dividends. I think the Najee Harris rumors have just been crazy. I don't know. I can't really put much stock into them. I'm going to report them to you guys so you can hear them, but I don't know if I personally put a lot of stock into them. We're going to have to see how this all plays out a little bit more, though. MurphDog92, Wilson and Smith, also Fields have so much to prove to everyone, and I'm here for it. They do have a lot to prove. Yeah, Arthur Smith especially after that failed time in Atlanta, and it was a failure. They were unable to make the playoffs and do things that they were anticipated on doing. But I think Arthur Smith does have a lot to prove. He signed a 3-year deal here, and I think it's going to be something that he can really bounce off of and really springboard his career back in the right direction. Con hit the last 2 drafts out of the park. So much to look forward to. I can't wait to see it all come together. Justin is looking ripped also. Yeah, he does look in shape. Yeah, we're going to have to see how these draft classes are here in a couple years and really give them a true grade. But on paper and the way they look so far, I'm going to give them a good grade so far. Definitely had some contributors last year. Broderick Jones, Joey Porter Jr., Keanu Benton. You had so many. Nick Herbig, a guy that I anticipate to have a lot more snaps. I think is a budding superstar. I think the Steelers really hit a home run with him too. I think you're going to see a lot of speed, young speed on this defense. And Nick, Peyton, coupled with the veteran presence of a TJ, a Cam, a Patrick Queen, those guys. And Patrick Queen's really, really young. Just on to his second contract just now. Poor Bird. I hate that Bird, Alex. You can hear it back there. It makes me crazy. Sutton wouldn't be bad either, but Howard don't have that legal baggage. But if Sutton isn't suspended, I don't hate it. Yeah, I don't like the legal baggage either, no doubt about it. Chris says, do you know what time and where I can watch the Steelers rookie camp tomorrow, Jason? That I don't know if it's going to be televised. I'm not sure. I know if you go to like NFL Network and stuff, they breeze through those and they'll give you like reports from them. But turn your notification bell on. I'll try to find it and put it in our community section and we'll see there. But I'll definitely try to find something that you could get some information from. Chris says also Eric Rowe would be a better re-sign than Cam Sutton. He played well last year. Guys, yeah, Eric Rowe played really well. Interceptions when it mattered. Eric Rowe was a real stud off the couch. Now, are the Steelers going to put a lot of stock into a guy that's, bounced in and out of the league? I'm not sure, but yeah, I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't hate him coming back to the Steelers at all. Yeah, the kid played 2 straight years of high-level college football, college play. Yeah. He will be fine. Their doctors are smart, and they wouldn't take the chance if they thought otherwise. Absolutely. Everett Kirkland, why are we getting these bums from Atlanta and Tennessee? I'm not to hear about because of Smith. I just hope it won't be another Matt Canada. What I think, and I'm going to answer this as truthfully as I think ever on why, and I don't truly know why, but what I think in my rationale for the Pittsburgh Steelers getting these guys is what? Veteran leadership, not leadership per se, but veteran players that know the system that Arthur has played. And I think that makes a difference. Even if the guys don't make a team, having them in the building early throughout the summer, I think helps other guys learn. And it's a fallback. If guys don't take to the system well, they have another guy that's already played in that system that they know can do it. So maybe those are the reasons. I'm not 1,000% sure, though. Beer Malls, 3.5 months, Yinzers. We will be watching preseason game. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Steelers Nation, what's up, man? It's why you are mad. Oh, why are you mad Steelers won? I changed my name. Oh, okay, Steeler Nation. Now I know who you are. All right. Cool. I like your name. Mark Malone. Yeah, Miller and Wilson may just tower over him. Yeah, no doubt. Beer Malls, folks, the new kick return rule is going to be nuts. Like I totally can create new blocking formations for the returner. The defense can't move till the returner catches the kick. I think it's going to be exciting. I'm anxious to see it, especially early in the season, to see if there's any real splash plays. I think that'll be fun to watch. Murph Dog, I'm going to camp. I can't wait. Well, you'll see me there, guys. Guys, make sure if you see me up at training camp, come and talk to me because I'm going to have like my stuff and I'm going to be filming. I have like a stabilizer and mics and stuff like that I'm going to be taking. Actually, I'm going to take this little portable mic too. That's why I bought this Rhodes mic because it's more portable. But it hooks right into my phone. So I'm going to be doing interviews with people that are viewers of the channel. So if you are there, make sure you holler at me and I'll get you on the channel. I'm going to do a lot of content from there this year. I'm going to try to get some things from players when they're coming up signing autographs. I'm going to try to get them to answer some questions for me. I don't have the luxury of getting a press pass. Maybe one day I will if I choose to go that route, but I like to be independent. I don't want to be nailed down to the Steelers organization and have to kiss butt and watch what I say. I'd rather be true, real true. Brent, how's my favorite Steelers streamer? Good, Brent. Thank you. Appreciate you, man. Trice looking good. That's from Everett. Yeah, supposedly he is. Beer Malls this year going to be wild. Completely new team. Breath of fresh air. Later Canada. I'm hoping so. Is it true Martavius coming back? I don't know. I haven't heard any real rumors that it's a possibility. He was released from the Dallas Cowboys, guys. So, yeah, Martavius Bryant released from the Dallas Cowboys. Would it be wise for the Steelers to bring him in? I'm not sure. Would he be the answer? I don't think so. Is he going to be able to be that same guy that he was before all the trouble? Probably not. I mean, he's a lot older, been through a lot more. Martavius Bryant isn't probably what they're looking for. They're looking for a real number two. And I don't think Martavius Bryant is it right now. Is he going to be the guy that he was? Probably not, though. That's the answer. And I just don't think it's wise to keep getting more and more guys that are playing that third, fourth, fifth wide receiver role. You look at Scotty Miller. Does he even make the team? You ask yourself these questions because I don't know the answer to them. It's kind of puzzling, but I do think that we need to all have faith. I think Omar Khan will make a move this summer. Something will happen. Things will change at that wide receiver position. No doubt about it. All right, guys, make sure you're hitting a like button for us here on Steel City Live. I'm Jason. This is Mike Drop Sports, and I feel like we have one of the better shows on YouTube here, especially in the Steelers niche, the NFL niche. So make sure you hit that like button for us and get us spread around. We're heading toward that 5,000 subscriber mark, so make sure to subscribe too. I appreciate it. Andrew Hall, here we go. Steelers. Brent, did Steelers sign an international player? I don't know. Well, their punter is a Aussie guy. He's from Australia. So I don't know. I have to look. I don't think so. Gene Claus was good. What's up, Owen? Beer Malls. Yeah, Jalen said Arthur calling people out already, keeping them on their toes. I think you got to be assertive with your power a little bit and assert your power a little bit if you're Arthur Smith and let the building know that you do mean business. But I still think you need to have a little bit of a player's coach side to you too. I think you need to learn that happy median, and it's not going to be the same with every group of players, every team. I think you have to find and figure that out. I think you have to figure out who you have on this team, figure out their energy, man. And if you're Arthur Smith, I think you've been around the block enough. I think you can do that. I think Mike Tomlin is a player's coach, and he can help Arthur develop those relationships. And if Mike is respecting Arthur, I think you'll see the players respecting Arthur. And I think it's going to work out well. I definitely do. Let's keep seeing else here. By the way, how are you? I'm fine, Steelers Nation. Hope you're well too. Edison, I think we are waiting to see what happens after June 1st. Yeah, probably. That's what I'm thinking too. Who Day? Why do you guys say that? Who Day is so dumb. I'm not knocking your name, dude, but you gotta admit, that is one of the dumbest things, like the dumbest things I ever heard NFL fans chant. Like, who Day gonna beat them Bengals? Who Day? Like, what are you doing? Why? It sounds dumb. Say it to yourself. It sounds really, really dumb. I'm just saying. And I'm not knocking fans, but man, that's a dumb one. This guy even agrees with me, don't you? Say yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I just think it's a dumb little saying. Brent, is Tomlin going to have control of the locker room this year? Seemed to not non-Steeler fans, as he was having trouble last year near the end of the season. I don't think he was having trouble controlling the locker room. What I think is players were just being vocal about some of the structure, and some of the game planning and some of the ways maybe the coaching staff as a whole was handling schemes and game plans and the way they set things up. I just think they were questioning it. I still think Mike has the respect of the locker room. Do I think that his tenure has become a little bit long in the tooth? Yes. And I think there may be, some light at the end of the tunnel. Maybe there will be a change eventually. But I'd like to see Mike Tomlin go out on top. I really, really would. And I think this season he's going to have an opportunity. So I don't think he's lost it just yet, Brent. Stephen Carpenter, Steel City Live. Let's weld. Absolutely, bro. Let's weld. Justin Weimer, please send me everything you can from camp. I'm in Florida now and struggle to see anything. Games all cost me money. Anything helps, please, and thank you, brother. Yeah, Justin, I'll post as much as I can, definitely. I'll try my very, very best to do it. I'm not sure what information or what kind of footage I'll be able to get, but I'll do my best to pay attention to that tomorrow. Oh, it's about to storm up in this bitch. Thunder and lightning up in here. Leo, DK Metcalf. I never heard any real rumors, guys, that the Steelers reached out to Seattle other than some of the clickbait shit on the internet. Other than that, I haven't heard nothing from reliable Steelers sources. So I don't know. I don't know if that's true. I do not know, Leo. Brent, that's one thing I love about football. We bring players from all over the world, and it's fun to learn about these players. Yeah, football is so cool, man, and it's becoming a real worldwide game, American football. It definitely is. Now, I am opposed to playing all these games all over the place like Brazil and London and Mexico. I'm opposed to it because I think it should stay here. I do. That's my personal opinion. Now, in terms of growth of the game and good for the game, it's probably better to make it a worldwide game. I just like the way it is now, and I'm not into changing it all around and creating a bunch more teams and things of that nature. I kind of like the vibe that it is, how it goes right at this point. Devin, DK Metcalf and Pickens would clash too much. I don't know about that. That's hard to say. That's really hard to say until you'd see it. You know what I mean? It's hard to really judge that because we've never seen them together. So I don't know, Devin. Maybe you're right. I just don't know. But it's so hard to say. The Steeler Nation, DK's pretty good, but a baby. He is just too childish. Yeah, I don't know enough about DK other than his play. Oh, and wild card or better spot. I think that they hopefully don't just back into the playoffs. I don't know if they'll play in the wild card position or not. Probably so. But I think they will definitely have a better record to where they won't need help. I think the Steelers this year will securely make the playoffs and not be that last week waiting for help and last couple games hoping people lose. I don't think they'll be in that situation this year. Yeah. Let's put you in timeout. We don't talk religion here, so please don't do that. Jonathan Stevens, I'm here daily. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Sean's not here tonight, guys. He has his orientation for his new job, so I'm moderating the chat. So if there's crazy shit in there and I miss it, sorry. I'll delete it when I see it. Steeler Nation, me too, John. Keep Najee. He's a Steeler for life. Jonathan Stevens. John, exactly. Keep him. A lot of people do want Najee, but if he wants out, if that rumor's true, you know what happens, guys. You know the Steelers oblige, and they will send his ass packing. Now, I don't know if that rumor's true or not. I would love to see Najee in the black and gold for a couple more seasons. I definitely would. Why? Because I think him and Jalen Warren work really well together. I think it's a good Thunder and Lightning type setup. I really do think that. And I think Arthur Smith would really, really, really make that work real good. And I think you would see a lot of special things come out of it. We get the weather about 3 hours after y'all do. Thanks for the warning. Yeah, we're getting hammered here in a second. It's getting crazy out there. Okay, I see small and fast and throw over the top, but we can't let go Najee. If we pound the ball, it'll work. Draw DBs up to the line to try to stop the run, but we need 22 and 30. Yeah, you got to use the run in to your advantage, and definitely so. That does bring and draw people up into the box, especially when you have a quality run game that they're having a hard time stopping. They're going to load the box up to try to defeat that, and the hope is that you hit big splash plays down the field with a guy like Russell Wilson, who's known for his deep ball. You know, a guy like that could use the action game in a big, big way. When we had Merrill Hodge on not long ago, he explained some of the actions and how different actions are done inside of the offense. And you really got to sell those. And it's going to be on Russell Wilson and that running back room to really sell those fakes and sell the run. That's what Arthur Smith really needs to do this year. Sell that run. Make teams really weary of that run and utilize that to your advantage and really use it to set up other things. I think Houday is Cajun influence from New Orleans. Yeah, they say that too. I think it's dumb, George. It makes me crazy. I think it's like a dumb saying. I just don't know why. I've always thought to myself, like, why would anyone yell that out and, like, think that they're having a good time? Hometown Najee, Antioch, California, from our man Teflon John. Welcome back, Teflon John. Good to have you, Antioch, California. What's up? Steeler Nation, he just fights and doesn't play. You must be talking about DK. Jonathan Stevens, we might have 4 starters from this draft. That would be super cool because you had a lot of high-quality talent from 2023 that contributed. And if you can continue to do that year in and year out, you build your team through the draft and you build your team in a way that you are able to manage your cap space and you're not, pot committed to a bunch of people for a bunch of money and where it kills you and you have to do a rebuild because you have to let people go due to financial concerns. I think as long as you're replenishing the cupboard with young talent, you're able to continue to just move those pieces around and figure out what works and figure out who you're going to pay and who you're not. And you're never in cap hell. Building through the draft is what you need to do, and you supplement through free agency. That is the key. That is the formula, and I think that a lot of teams do that are really, really good. Look at the Chiefs. They draft a lot of good players. Well, hell, the Bills give them a lot of good draft picks. All right, guys, make sure you're hitting that like button. We only have 16 likes. We've been hovering over 60 most of the show, so let's get those likes up. Hit that like button for us on Steel City Live. Support your creators. It's the easiest way to do it, and it's free of charge. Make sure you're cracking that for us. 16 likes, and I know I've answered more than 16 comments, so let's hit the shit out of that like button. Beer Malls, that's why I like the new OC Tomlin from a defensive background. Offensively, he is a deer in the headlights. Your offense and defensive coordinator is just as important. Yeah, you got to have a good mix, man. You really got to have a good mix. You need to have guys that are immersed on both sides of the football. You have Danny Smith. I think a lot of people forget that, whom is one of the best special teams coaches in the NFL, in my opinion. So I think as long as you're, solidifying all 3 phases there with quality coaches that really, really are good at the top of each food chain in terms of offense, defense, special teams. I think you're setting yourself up for success, man. And definitely so. I think it's going to be better this year. But Tomlin, though, too, guys, and I want to say this before we move on. Tomlin needs to take his foot off of the defense a little bit and let Terrell Austin be the defensive coordinator. Mike Tomlin needs to learn to manage the team as a whole. That's just my outsider's observation. I think that he has his beak wet a little bit too much in that defense. I think he needs to pull back and allow Terrell to do his job, allow Mr. Austin to do what he is paid to do. And yes, have suggestions. Yes, make adjustments when need be. But for the most part, allow Terrell Austin to do his job, allow him to scheme things up and make the executive decisions there through the defense. Chris, too much clickbait out there, but I know Omar Khan is going to trade for an outside wide receiver after June 1st. Yeah, guys, the clickbait is rampant, and I've gotten accused of it before, but I got to give it to you. I really wholeheartedly try not to do that. I try to make my titles exciting. For the Steel City Live show, though, as of late, I've been just trying to make it just, hey, Steel City Live, that's it. And I don't really try to put too much into the title. Just, this is our live show. It is what it is. We do it every day. But our daily uploads, it's a highly competitive field, so you really got to make sure your titles and your thumbnails are cool. But I try not to make them clickbait. I really, really do. And if I do, I apologize, but I definitely try not to. I want them to be about real issues and real things that are going on with the team. And I try to look at different position groupings and try to look at the rumors and come up with something. And I don't script anything. I don't write things down. I use the computer a little bit, but I just try to do it off the top of my head and not be clickbaity. The dude abides. We might actually be able to pull off a running back screen with this line. Yeah, you might be able to, no doubt. I am going to murder this bird tonight. He is on my nerves. Devin Gilbert agreed. Keep Harris a few more seasons and see how he produces alongside Warren, backing him up. If Jay Fields starts next year, those 3+ Pickens. And that defense would be a great, yeah, it'd be cool, man. Definitely. You got to just keep getting younger, keep those fresh legs coming in there, keep these productive guys and allow them to grow behind a good offensive line. I don't think that Najee Harris has had a good offensive line since he's been with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Nothing that's been elite. So maybe now that there is a young group in place, maybe that does help him out. Maybe things do get better for him. Both Russell and Justin are really good at play action. Yeah, Chris, I don't know about Fields. I don't think he's good at much other than fumbling the football. And I hate to say that. I think he has high ceiling, though, and high potential, Chris. I think that. And I think that he can definitely grow and learn behind Russell Wilson. But Justin Fields has a significant problem reading defenses, a significant problem anticipating throws. And that is an issue. He has a real problem and a real issue with happy feet. He has a real issue with turning the football over, and he has to correct those things in order to grow his career. And I hope nothing but the best for him. I want him to do that. And I think being behind a veteran in a stable franchise is the best place for him to do those things and gain those skills. Devin Gilbert, ground and pound, and what I remember the Steelers being when I was growing up. No one wanted to play defense against us except the Asians. Yeah, old school football, I love it. I love good defense, ground and pound offense. I love that shit. I love really physical games. The NFL has, though, changed a little bit, and you can't just win a championship with a solid defense anymore. You have to have an offense that works. We talked about it yesterday on the show. It's a must, man, and you really got to figure out this offensive side, and you got to average about 24 points a game in order to be a highly competitive team in the NFL. It's just a must. All right, guys, I'm going to get a drink. Make sure you're smashing that like button for us here on Steel City Live. I'm Jason. This is Mike Drop Sports. Make sure you do that, though. It's free, guys. It's a free thing. Like, easy. All right, Beer Miles. I can't stand fur coat wearing Joe Burrow. I love seeing him sweat, get sacked. Yeah, I'm wondering about Joe Burrow. I'm wondering how he's going to come in this year. I think he's exceptional talent, but I'm just wondering what's going on with that injury stuff last year after the loss of some key significant players there. I'm wondering how things will move forward with the Bengals. The Bungles. Steeler Nation, Joe Burrow really thinks he's Andrew Tate smoking cigars. Yeah, he's a weirdo. Beer Miles Burrow, they show him walking into the stadium with some bling chain on. I can't stand Burrow. He does have a weird, cocky attitude, and I ain't down for that. But some people just come off that way. CL, I think just having a decent punter, it's going to make a huge difference. Amen, CL. Amen. Presley Harvin cost this team last year more than most fans in Steeler Nation, I think, really truly realize. Presley Harvin was a detriment to this football team. And Mike Tomlin allowed it to continue to go on. Every 1 out of 20 punts, Presley Harvin would wow you with something amazing, a monster kick, a really quality play, pinning team back. But 99% of the time, he's shanking it 20 yards out of bounds, and you're looking at him going, bro, you're in the NFL. You know, what are you doing? And then the Steelers never utilized any type of skill set that he may have possessed in the fake game. They never even attempted a fake with Presley Harvin, I don't think. I just think that was a waste. Let's keep going. Beer Malls, I know that's right. Steeler Nation. Do you know Kyle Ford, UCLA transferred? No, I don't know who that is. Luke Stenosis, who will be wide receiver 3? They have a bunch of wide receiver 3s right now, Luke. That's the issue. They have so many. Name any, and you got a wide receiver 3 or 4. That's going to be the problem. I think it's going to be Calvin Austin or Roman Wilson, depending on what move they make. That's just my thoughts. You a real guy from Everett. Thank you. Beer Malls, I don't, man. Justin Weimer, the bird needs a squirt gun. It means, but it works. I hate that thing. I'm telling you, man, it's driving me nuts. It's usually in my son's room, but now that we're in the Airbnb waiting for our new house to be done, literally, we have him in the living room, or him, her, I don't know who it is. And when the lights are on, it goes crazy. Albert Wright. Justin Fields needs to take a page out of the old Cordell Stewart playbook and become /2. That's our number 2 wide receiver. I think they will have packages for Justin Fields. I definitely do, guys. I think they will have significant packages for him, and he will do some special things. I got to move this bird. Stay right where you're at. This bird got to go. This bird got to go. All right, guys, I'm coming back. The bird had to go into the other room, so there we go. The bird was driving me crazy. Yeah, I think he can do some special things, though. You're right. I think they need to do that. Craig Werlow, I hear Bud Dupree is in play. Yeah, Craig, just like last year. I think take these rumors just like we did last year. Don't overhype them because I'm not sure about them, so I don't know 1,000%, Craig. Yeah, Luke, what I said about that just a minute ago, I answered that one. Devin Gilbert agreed with the new aged football. Got to be able to put up 22-plus points. Any more defense winning championships isn't a used thing anymore. I hate how soft some of these rules have changed a lot of the games. Yeah, definitely, dude. It's geared so much toward offensive football. It kind of makes the game a little bit dry for me because I enjoy defensive football. I love scoring. Don't get me wrong, guys. I do love scoring, and I love the high flying, big plays. But man, do I love to see a defensive chess match sometimes. I wish there was a better mix, is what I'm saying. Justin Fields is working out with Minka this spring. Yeah, they're in Pittsburgh working out right now. So hopefully, Everett, he continues to work with Minka. Yeah, Shank Harvin was a disaster, no doubt, Mark. I don't wish no bad, but Joe Burrow is injury prone. You're right about that, Everett. Chris says our offense is going to be deadly in the red zone. We are going to average more than 35 points a game with Russell under center. Ooh, that's a lot, bro. That's a lot to average. Yeah, I hope you're right, Chris. I hope you're right. They average, I'll say this right now, Chris. If they average 35 points a game in the NFL, they will win the Super Bowl and be set up to win the Super Bowl the next year. I'll say that for sure. Oh, we got hail, we got thunder, we got lightning. It's pouring outside. Crazy. Beer Malls. First 2-3 games, Harvin looked fantastic, but then he did take a downward spiral. Luke, I think Calvin Austin III can be a real impact in this team other than running jet sweeps for Matt Canada. I just don't think he's going to get the snaps, Luke. I just don't see where they come. I don't see where the reps come for Calvin. I just don't. I don't know where they come up with the reps for him. I think in the way Arthur runs this system and the way at least it was set up in Tennessee, I don't foresee Calvin being on the field a ton. I think where Calvin's going to have to contribute is special teams. And I think that that's how he even makes the team, is his special teams contributions. And I don't think we saw enough out of him last year to make you really excited about that either. Now, maybe with the new kickoff change rules, maybe you get a guy like Calvin back there and allow him to be explosive, and maybe his value goes up even more there. We'll see. But I just don't know where the reps come for Calvin Austin. Jesse Zerk getting Burks from Tennessee is making more and more sense all the time to me anyway. Yeah, I mean, we're just going to have to see how the summer goes. I still think there will be a move, and maybe, yeah, I don't know what that player's name will be, though. Craig Worley, you think they are going to 18 games next year? I sure hope not, actually. I like the preseason. I wish they wouldn't have messed with it because I think it gives guys opportunity to earn spots. I think you get to see a little bit more of the depth. I think those guys get a lot more reps, and I just like the way it was set up before. 17 games is kind of crazy to me. I don't know. It's just a lot of football, man. Extra black. If the Steelers are content at wide receiver, what position do you feel needs an upgrade most? DT, cornerback, or safety? I think he probably defensive tackle, that area. The defensive front would be the most important. Then cornerback, then safety in my eyes. Just because Minka's an all-pro. Joey Porter Jr. is your number one. So I think they're aging along that defensive front. You do have Keanu Benton. You've made some additions in the offseason. You drafted a guy. So, yeah, I just think that trenches are the most important. Douglas Ball, love 10-6 games. Yeah, me too, man. Sorry I didn't catch it. What are the big rumors? Just tons of things. Bud Dupree possibly being out there, as a possible move that the Steelers make. You look at the Najee Harris rumors, where he didn't want the Steelers to pick up his 50-year option, that he wanted to move on. Those may be bullshit. Cam Sutton coming and meeting with the Steelers now for the second time. Is that absolutely true? Just tons of rumors going around right now. But it's clickbait season, so... Mark Malone, 30 points, need 30 points. I feel like 24-point a game average with a solid defense is perfect. Perfect. Steeler Nation, who do you think's better, Jets or GP14? I'm not sure who you're referring to, JJ. Are you talking about Justin Jefferson or GP14? Justin Jefferson's better than all of them. Devin Gilbert, I love scoring, but I love defense battles. Like you said, chess match. I missed the big hits that changed the game. What up with this stupid tackle from the hips? Yeah, I'm not into that, man. I don't know how that's going to go. I think you're going to see some wild and wacky calls with it, and it's going to cost somebody a game. And I hope it's not the Steelers. Craig Werlow, I think the key on offense is health of our tight end and Arthur Smith's system for tight ends. Yeah, I think Pat's got to stay healthy. He's got to stay healthy. I think it's going to be imperative for Russell Wilson to be able to see and execute throws across the middle of the field. I think the run game and the offensive line have to be better. And hopefully those things all just continue to gel. And I think the quarterback play has to take a big step from what we saw last year with Kenny Pickett and Mitchell Trubisky. And I definitely think that you saw what this offense can do with real quarterback play at the end of the season. Wouldn't mind Marcus Golden. Yeah, me either. I like him. I'll tell you what a great gamble is these days is a man-to-man coverage. Just put the ball in the air. You may catch it, or an anxiety-ridden young DB will commit pass interference. Yeah, and teams know that. That's why they throw a lot into that. I think, though, for a defensive-minded football team that has a good pass rush and a good front, I think that being able to play a lot of man-on-man coverage helps a great deal. And if you're aggressive at the line of scrimmage, I think that helps a great deal. And I think Joey Porter Jr. is a guy that can do that, and hopefully they can find a running mate for him that's able to do that. But last year, going into that Texans game, if you watch this channel and you watched our pregame show, I preached the whole day. You have to be physical, get up on the line, play man on man, be very physical. Don't allow those receivers a clear, free release. You're asking for trouble. They're going to dissect you. They're going to hit big plays. Sure as shit, that's what happened. They got behind, and that football team wasn't built to play from behind. And soon as they got behind last year, it was almost inevitable that they weren't going to be able to catch up. There were a few times that they were. Yes, okay, they came back maybe in games that were, 4-point, 5-point games, 7-point games. But you go down 14 points last year, if you're the Steelers, you lose that ball game every time. No doubt. Ryan Dorn, I'm pulling for Scotty Miller. He's from Bowling Green. That makes me want to pull for him even more. Yeah, I hope he does do well, but I'm not sure if he even makes the roster. But hopefully, you never know. He has some experience. He has a Super Bowl ring, but 2 touchdowns last year. Really no production. Does he make the team? Albert Wright, I agree. 24 points is more than enough. We went 10-7 while averaging less than 17 points a game, and our defense got markedly better. Yeah, I think so too, man. I want to send you some fan art, so yeah, just let me know about it. Yeah, if you want to ever send me anything, email me at MikeDropSports@yahoo.com. It's in our bio. You can email us stuff and talk to us that way. So definitely, always. Yeah, man, I'll talk to you, Dad. Everett Kirkland, we need to get deep at DL. Yeah, you're right about that, Everett. Craig Werlow would like to see Washington turn into Eric Green 2.0. Wouldn't that be nice? I loved Eric Green, his play. He's like cocaine, though, a little bit. That was Eric Green's problem. Beer Malls, I'm picturing Tomlin throwing the red challenge flag, and I'm getting excited. I scream at the TV, throw the damn flag, Tomlin, LOL. No doubt. No doubt. Luke says, do you think Cam Hayward will retire after next season? What I think Cam Hayward's going to do is, for as long as his body can hold up here at the end of his career, he's going to continue to chase a Lombardi trophy. That is the only thing missing from his resume, and I think he would love to do it here in the city of Pittsburgh with the Steelers. Yes. But we'll see. But I think he continues. As long as he can do it, he's going to chase that Lombardi. And he's really motivated to get it done. I agree, Ernesto. They are underrated. Rookies have a rise, no doubt. Patrick Papa. Who would you want as cornerback 2? Right now, it's got to be Dante Jackson. Right now. With what they have. But eventually, I would like to see it either be Derek Watt, Beanie Bishop, one of those guys, Corey Trice. I would like to see those guys in the mix. Craig Werlow, Cam would be a good coach one day. Yeah, he's a motivator, no doubt about it. It's hard for these guys, though, that make money nowadays to become coaches. They make so much money, it's really hard to justify unless you really love the game. Albert Wright, that and Cam needs 90 career sacks. 90 career sacks to solidify his chance to get into the Hall of Fame. Yeah, you got to have a lot. Ryan Dorn, and tell me if I'm lying about our butt. Arthur Smith has got to have some pull in Pittsburgh. He brought in from Atlanta 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end, and a running back. I'm sure he does. I'm sure he has some say. No doubt about it. And I think that Mike Tomlin is going the right direction here, giving Arthur Smith some pull, giving him the ability to make some moves, Chris says cornerback 2 will be Corey Trice. Yeah, you never know. He's coming off a significant injury, though. You've never seen him play inside of a Steelers helmet, so it's really hard to justify that right now. You know what I mean? It's tough. It's tough to see and put a lot of stock into these position groupings that have a lot of young, unproven talent right now. It's just really, really hard to put, a definitive stamp on that they would be good or not good, What's up with Najee? I don't know, man. I don't know, Q. We're going to have to continue to wait to see how it develops. The rumors have gotten squashed. Rumors have come out. Najee didn't want to be here. Najee wanted out. Najee didn't want them to pick up the 5th-year option. Then his agent says no. That's not true, but that's an agent talking. So I think also there's some reliable sources. Paul Zeiss had one, I believe. He's a reliable guy that doesn't spit bullshit. So there's several out there that have said that was true. We'll see. During a claim, Arthur is running his own ship and he doesn't have to answer to Tomlin. I think that he has to answer to Mike. Mike is the guy. But I definitely think that he has some definite pull. Definitely. All right, guys, we're going to wrap up the show. We've been going over an hour. We usually do an hour. So I'm going to wrap things up. Yeah, Beer Malls, he does want a bag. Or Albert, yeah, no doubt. I think he deserves some money, but I wouldn't be paying him $8 to $10 million a year. I don't think he deserves that. Heard this from Steelers Depot. Maybe, man. I'm going to have to check that one out. I don't know if I've read it too much. I'll have to check it out. All right, guys, make sure you're hitting that like button for us. I appreciate it. Before you get off, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. We're heading toward 5,000 subscribers. Also, guys, make sure that you're here tomorrow. Get your Mic Drop Mafia membership. It's 99 cents a month, and tomorrow night you have a chance to win $50 in our drawing, and you have to be part of the Mic Drop Mafia to be eligible. It's a giveaway or way to show you guys that we appreciate you being part of us here with us at the channel. And without you guys, the channel doesn't go. So thank you very much, and we will do our drawing about 15 minutes into the show tomorrow, so make sure you get your memberships. So until tomorrow night, until tomorrow morning for our daily upload, let's get those going again. Make sure you go over there and view those and click the like and get those things rolling. We'll see you then. But tomorrow night for Steel City Live will be at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, I'm trying to work on some guests. We'll see what we can come up with here. And rookie minicamp starts tomorrow. So until Friday, till tomorrow, I'm Jason. This is Steel City Live. Peace. Thank you, guys.